There are nights when the world feels too quiet, not peaceful, just quiet in a way that makes you suddenly aware of how alone you are. I remember sitting in my room one night, staring at the ceiling, and realizing something I never said out loud. I feel invisible. Not in a dramatic way, not in a nobody cares about me way, just invisible. Like I was moving through life without leaving any footprints behind. Like if I disappeared for a while, the world would keep spinning exactly the same. And maybe you've had nights like that too, where the silence feels heavier than the noise. I want to tell you a story, not because it's extraordinary, but because it's painfully ordinary. It happened on a day that looked like every other day. I woke up, checked my phone, scrolled through messages that weren't really meant for me, and got ready. Outside, the world was loud. Cars honking, people rushing, conversations happening everywhere. But inside, I felt muted, like someone had turned the volume down on my life. I remember walking into a room full of people, friends, classmates, co-workers, it doesn't matter, and feeling this strange disconnect. Everyone was talking, laughing, sharing stories. And I was there, physically, but mentally I felt like I was behind a glass wall, watching life happen instead of living it. I nodded when people spoke. I smiled when I was supposed to. I said I'm good when someone asked how I was. But the truth was, I felt like a background character in my own story. There was one moment that still sticks with me. I was sitting at a table with a group of people I'd known for years. They were talking about weekend plans, inside jokes, memories I wasn't part of. And I realized I could leave the table, walk out the door, and no one would notice for at least 10 minutes. That thought hit me harder than I expected. It wasn't anger, it wasn't sadness, it was this quiet ache, like something inside me was slowly fading. Later that night, I sat alone in my room again. The same ceiling, the same silence. But this time, something felt different. I wasn't just lonely, I was tired of pretending I wasn't. And that was the turning point. Not a dramatic breakdown, not a big emotional moment, just a quiet realization. I can't keep living like I'm invisible. Looking back, I understand something I didn't see then. I wasn't invisible because people didn't care. I felt invisible because I stopped showing who I really was. I hid parts of myself. I avoided deeper conversations. I convinced myself that no one would understand, so I didn't give them the chance to. Loneliness has a way of making you shrink. It makes you quieter, softer, smaller. You start to believe your presence doesn't matter, so you stop taking up space. And the more I pulled back, the more disconnected I felt. It became a cycle, one I didn't even realize I was trapped in. I misunderstood something important. Feeling invisible doesn't mean you're invisible. It means you're carrying emotions you haven't learned to express yet. It means you're overwhelmed, or exhausted, or unsure of where you fit. And slowly I began to understand that loneliness isn't a sign of weakness. It's a signal, a quiet one, telling you that something inside you needs attention, compassion, and patience. Maybe you felt this too. Maybe you've had days where you walk through crowds and still feel alone. Maybe you've had nights where you lie awake wondering why you feel disconnected from everything around you. If you're listening to this, you might know exactly what I mean when I say loneliness isn't always loud. Sometimes it's subtle. Sometimes it's the way you hesitate before messaging someone. Sometimes it's the way you laugh a little too softly, hoping no one notices. Sometimes it's the way you tell everyone you're fine because you don't want to burden them. And if any of this sounds familiar, I want you to know something. Your feelings are real, your experiences are valid, and you're not strange or broken for feeling this way. You're human, and humans crave connection, not just with others, but with themselves. I won't pretend that everything changes overnight. It doesn't. But things do change, slowly, quietly, and often in ways you don't notice at first. For me, it started with small steps. Letting myself speak honestly, even if it felt uncomfortable. Reaching out to one person instead of waiting for someone to reach out to me. Allowing myself to take up a little more space in conversations. Showing small pieces of who I really was. And little by little, the world didn't feel so distant anymore. If you're feeling invisible right now, I want you to remember this. You matter, even on the days you don't feel like you do. Your presence has weight, your story has meaning, and even if it feels like no one sees you, you're still here. And that alone is powerful. You don't have to fix everything today. Just take one small step toward yourself. One moment of honesty, one moment of connection, one moment of letting yourself be seen. Because you're not invisible. You're just waiting for the right moment to step back into your own life. And that moment can start now.